In the dawn of the 6th of June, 1944, the armada of the Allied nations set forth across the English Channel and drew near the heavily fortified beaches of occupied France. With the same camera that he used for home movies on Gunga Din, my father began his color film diary. The flagship Belfast was designated to fire the first volley of the invasion. He saw the captain read to his men assembled on the deck from Shakespeare, Henry V. "We few, we happy few, we band of brothers, for he today who sheds his blood with me shall be my brother."
This film came on, and it was sort of gray blue skies and barrage balloons, those big things that hung in the sky. And it was on a ship. It turned out the HMS Belfast. And it was, suddenly I realized, the morning of the 6th of June, the beginning of the greatest seaborne invasion in history. And I had this feeling that my eyes were the first eyes that hadn't been there who were seeing this day in color. And I watched this film unfold, and on this ship, and all these men with their flak jackets in anticipation of this day. And around a corner on the ship comes this man, helmet, jacket, walks into a close-up, and it's my 37-year-old father. You know, it was just so moving. We thought at the time this was the only color film of the war in Europe. It has turned out there was some German film that had not yet been discovered, but it is the greatest body of color film. And World War II was a black and white war. That's how we see it. That's how we saw it. And suddenly to see it in color, it just took on a whole other dimension. You know, the color of the German uniforms and the, you know, the German bodies, you know, dead on the side of the road.
Even as their army pulled back, the German landmines made the Allied advance dangerous.
You'd pick Germans out of foxholes and things like that who were just absolutely devastated by what had happened. They couldn't believe that, and they were just out of their minds. I'm sure it took them a long time to get back to reality.
Now, as liberators, they measured each day's advance in miles. The next Allied objective was to cross the Rhine River. They mounted a massive air attack, sending 22,000 paratroopers in gliders to drop over the Rhine into Germany. I remember my father saying that August the 25th, 1944, was the greatest day of his life.